Okay, so today we're going to talk about variable products and attributes and variations and the different ways to create variable products and the most efficient way to use variations. So first of all, let's start with a product. We'll add a new product and we're going to use test t-shirt. And we change the drop down there to variable product. As you can see, some of the options disappear from there, so we'll save that for a second. Okay, with a variable product we need attributes and we need variations. Attributes are things like colour and size, and variations would be red, green, blue, small, medium, large, etc. So there are two ways to create attributes. The first way, and this is probably the best way if you're going to be reusing the attributes, if you've got 10 t-shirts all using the same sizes, then it's probably best to do attributes here. So we'll do that first. And we'll create an attribute called size. We'll leave this at custom ordering and we'll click add attribute. Then we go to configure the terms and we'll add in the sizes that we want to use: medium and large. And I'll have extra large as well so that I can buy one. Okay, now that's not the order we want them to show up for the customer, so we can click and drag into the order that we want, and this is why we leave the drop down as custom ordering. So that's that done, and we're finished there now. So we go back to our products and here's our test t-shirt. The second way to add an attribute is to use the custom product attribute. So we click add here and we add our colour. We're using it for variations, and we now need to create a pipe separated list of attributes. And that's that done. Now we need the size as well, so we use the drop down there, choose size, click add. Again, we're using it for variations. We click select all and that puts all of our sizes in. If we don't want large, for example, we can remove that, but we do want large for this. Once we're done, click save attributes. Nice and easy. I normally save the product at this point just to make sure I don't lose any changes. Right, so all the attributes are added. Now we go to variations. If I'll click add variation now. If all of this is the same for every single combination, then we can just create one variation and we can leave any colour and any size there. We set our price and we publish the product, and we view the product now, and you can see there that all the attributes and all of the variations are available, and easy peasy. And that's only using one variation, which makes it very easy to maintain from an administration point of view. If, however, we want to, for example, have an image for each colour, we have 3 colours, so we would need 3 variations. So we'll add the 3. Now we set the colour here but leave the size to any size, red, green and blue. So click the image box there. Here's some images I have ready for this. Blue, so that was green, isn't it? Save, and red. Now all of these are the same price, so I have a choice here. I can either edit each one and add the price, or I can use the bulk edit option here and set the price. Click go, 10, and all of the prices have now been set, which again makes things a little bit easier. You can use that for all of the available options in this section here. So if I click update now, and view the product again, when I choose my colour and size, it will put the image in there for me. Nothing happens if I change the size, but when I change the colour, as you can see, the image changes. We can set a default choice for the customer. We might have an item on sale, or we might have the most popular choice, but we can set a default option here. So we might want to steer them towards green, and we'll choose large, and then we'll update that. And again, we can view the product, and there you go, the default options are in, the image is loaded for you or for the customer, and they can add that straight to their cart, or they can make the change. Easy peasy. If we were going to use stock keeping units, effectively giving each size and colour option a unique code, we would need to create a variation for each possible combination. The easiest way to do that is to use the link all variations button. So I'll get rid of those. I'll set that to no default so I don't forget. Click link all, and it's going to give me a warning message. If you've got lots of possible combinations, then it's basically it can slow things down a little bit. If your hosting is up to the task, then there won't be a problem. But if you're on an inexpensive shared hosting package, you might find that a better option is to look at different ways of organising your products. But for this exercise, we're going to end up with 12 variations. So give it a second and it will create those for us. As you can see, we've got all these variations showing here, and this is where the bulk edit option really comes into its own. We can set the price here for all of them, and then we can add in our stock keeping units if we want to. If there were different weights, we could create different weights for each one, any possible combination. But you only need this if you have something in here that is different for each possible variation. If they're all the same, use the first option. If there's only a small difference like the image, use the second way of doing it. If you have to, then you have to create this. You have to do it that way. Update that. If I view the product again, it doesn't make any difference at all to what the customer sees. It's only about how much work it creates for you in the admin. So if you can get away with not doing this. Obviously that didn't save when I did that, did it? If you can get away with not doing it this way, it will save you a lot of work in the long run. Okay, hopefully that's helpful.